morning, in the previous class, we are solving the, means this is our last topic, last video of Kronig-Penney model. So in the previous class, we are solving the matrix form, and after that there are boundary conditions, and we are getting these equations P sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha A is equals to cos K. This is the 70 number equation which we calculated in the last case. So by using equation we calculate this E energy, that is the h square k square by 8 pi square m, and if we plot a graph between this equation, P of sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha is equals to cos Ka with the alpha A, means this is the plot of equation 17. That means P sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha A and alpha A for the values P is equals to 3 pi by 2. So this is the graph which we derived here, graph already. So this is the graph of plot of equation 17, means P of sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha A versus alpha A for the values P is equals to 3 pi by 2. So we get the curve shown in this figure. Okay, so this is the first interval, that is the pi and minus pi, because these are both sides. So this is the pi interval, this is the minus pi interval, this is the twice pi, this is the minus twice pi, this is the thrice pi, and this is the minus thrice pi, and this is the 4 pi and minus 4 pi. So this is for minus 1 and this is for plus 1 curve, because in the previous class we have studied that since cos Ka lies between, so this value of cos Ka lies between the plus 1 and minus 1, so that's why left hand side this equation, that is the P sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha A, take up only those values of alpha A for which its value lies between the plus 1 and minus 1. So that's why such values of alpha A follows the equation, that is the psi of x is equals to e to the power I kx into mu kx, which follows the equations, and for the value P is equals to 3 pi by 2 we derive this equation for plus 1 and minus 1 only. Okay, so P is equals to 3 by 2 values, we get this 4, means minimum 4 we are drawn here. So okay, so from the figure following conclusions are drawn. So first conclusion, so when we study this diagram we have the conclusion. So from this figure we derive some conclusion. So first conclusion is allowed and forbidden energy bands. Okay, the energy spectrum consists of an infinite number of allowed energy bands, so show thick separated by the intervals. So these are the energy bands, that is plus pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, here minus pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, minus 4 pi. These are called the energy spectrums, and this consists of infinite number of allowed energy bands. So these are the energy bands. So these are the allowed energy bands which we get in the diagram. Okay, separated by the intervals in which there are no energy levels shown dotted. Energy levels, so these are known as forbidden regions or bands. So these dotted lines have no energy levels, so that's why these dotted lines called here, dotted lines called are called forbidden regions or bands. Forbidden region or bands. And thick lines are the energy levels, that is called the allowed energy bands. Okay, these are the allowed energy bands and these are the forbidden regions or the bands. The boundaries of allowed energy levels corresponds to the values of cos K is equals to plus 1. So here plus 1 and minus 1. So therefore, so the boundaries of allowed bands levels corresponds to the values of cos of Ka is equals to plus minus 1. It consists of minus 1 and plus 1 values for the cos Ka, and this axis is the P of sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha A, and these are the alpha A. Okay, means y axis is nothing but the P sin alpha A divided by, and this x axis is the alpha A. Okay, then after that cos Ka is equals to plus minus 1 values. Therefore Ka is equals to, we can write this Ka, if cos Ka is equals to plus minus 1 allowed energy bands. Okay, and this corresponds to value plus minus 1. So therefore Ka is equals to, we can write n of pi, because cos Ka and Ka is equals to, when we are putting n pi, so we get the value plus 1 and minus 1, or from that we calculate Ka is equals to n pi by A. Okay, so this is the first conclusion. Okay, from this we have derived from the figure, that is dotted lines are called the forbidden regions and the thick lines are called the allowed energy bands or the allowed energy bands, and the boundaries of allowed energy bands lies between the plus 1 and minus 1. Since cos K is equals to plus 1 and minus 1, so we can write Ka is equals to n pi or K is equals to n pi by A. So this is the first conclusion. Then second conclusion, as K increases, the term P sin alpha A divided by alpha A on the left hand side of equation 17 decreases, so that the width of allowed energy bands increases and hence the forbidden energy regions becomes narrower. Means here, if second conclusion, if alpha A increases, okay, if the value of alpha A increases, so if the value increases, this value increases here, as the alpha A increases, so this value P sin alpha A divided by alpha A plus cos alpha A decreases. The value of P sin alpha A divided by alpha A increases. Okay, so as this left hand side of the equation 17 decreases value, so therefore, so that the width of allowed bands, this width become increases. Okay, the width of allowed energy bands increases, so this width increases, there is an increment of this width, so that's why these forbidden regions, that is the dotted lines, that means the forbidden energy regions becomes narrower. Here the width of allowed energy band, allowed energy regions increases, hence the width of forbidden energy band decreases. When? If alpha A increases. Okay, so this is the second conclusion. As alpha increases, the left hand side term decreases, so that's why width of allowed energy regions increases, and that's why forbidden energy bands decreases. The width of forbidden energy bands or regions becomes narrower. Decreases means narrower. Okay, then the third conclusion, the width of allowed energy bands decreases with the increasing value of P, and when P tends to infinity. Third, if P tends to infinity. So if the value of P tends to infinity, the allowed energy bands become infinitely narrow. Means if P tends to infinity, the width of these energy bands, allowed energy bands, becomes infinitely narrow. The width of allowed energy bands decreases with the increasing P. So there are some confusion. First confusion, decreases. energy bands decreases with the increasing value of P and P tends to infinity, the allowed energy bands become infinitely narrower and are independent of K. That is, the energy spectrum become a line spectrum. That means when P tends to infinity, this value increases. So that's why allowed energy bands decreases. So when decreases is infinitely decreases. So that's why the value of this allowed energy width becomes same as according to line. That means this energy spectrum, so this is the energy spectrum, turns into line spectrum as P tends to infinity and independent of the value of K. Okay, that means energy spectrum looks like line spectrum. For the increasing value of P as P tends to infinity and are independent of K. Means there is no any consideration of K, means independent of value K. That is, energy spectrum becomes a line spectrum, looks like a line spectrum. And when P tends to infinity, the allowed energy ranges of alpha reduces to point given by alpha A is equals to n pi, means here the value plus and minus 1, so that's why we take a plus minus n pi, therefore alpha square is equals to n square. Here alpha is equals to plus minus n pi by a square a. So therefore alpha square is equals to plus minus n square pi square by a square is equals to twice m e by h cross square, and this value is nothing but the twice m e by h cross square. We know the value of alpha square is equals to twice m e by h cross square. So these are the this is the third conclusion what we get from the diagram. First conclusion, second conclusion, and this is the third number conclusion. Third number conclusion, energy spectrum looks like a line spectrum as P tends to infinity. Okay, so this is we are completed in the Kronig-Penney model. In the next class we will see the Hall effect. This is one of the most important topic in the unit 4. Okay, so see you in the next class, Hall effect. Thank you.